NCAA. It's been an incredible start. Slam from home. Oh, my goodness. There's a moment to remember. Oh, big slam. Oh! Slams it in.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Greg Gumbel. Welcome to the Road to the Final Four, powered by Pontiac. Tonight, we continue our exclusive live coverage of the 2006 NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Tournament. 8 first-round games remain, and by the end of this evening, we will have trimmed the original tournament field of 65 to 32. Let's set tonight's lineup. Coming up in just a few moments, our early games tip in Dayton with George Mason taking on Michigan State. In Auburn Hills, Kent State will go against Pittsburgh. Many of you will see NC State in California, and we'll get our first look at top-seeded UConn. Second wave of action will get underway at about 9:30 Eastern Time tonight. Defending national champ North Carolina sees its first action of this year's tournament. Many of you will see UAB clash with Kentucky in an 8-9 matchup. I am delighted, who wouldn't be, to be joined by my partners Clark Kellogg and Seth Davis of Sports Illustrated. Ready?
I'm ready. I think form holds the rest of the evening today in the tournament, with the exception of maybe another number 12 seed, Kent State, perhaps being able to take out a very good Pittsburgh team tonight.
Well, I kind of like Pitt. I like all the favorites tonight. I've been firing off a lot of upset picks so far today. My Oral Roberts Golden Eagles let me down today, but maybe UAB giving a shot at Kentucky, and I'll be interested to see if Bradley can hang out with Kansas for a while. I think the higher-seeded teams tonight win.
I was about to say, how are those upset picks working for you?
So-so.
Action earlier today, a couple of great finishes to some great games. Northwestern State against Iowa. On the call for this game, Vern Lundquist and Bill Raftery.
For three, no! Loose ball in the corner. 3 seconds to go. Oh, my goodness! At the other end, Haluska off the rim.
Bucknell, Arkansas, and Craig Bolerjack and Bob Wenzel.
Still needs help. Got it across underneath. Cherry picking. 3. Monica. Oh, it's over. Bucknell.
So today's winners and the matchup. Bucknell will meet top seed Memphis, who beat Oral Roberts. Northwestern State advances to play West Virginia. Other winners today included Arizona and Villanova. They will meet in 2 days. And Ohio State advances to play Georgetown. We have this sad note in the world of college basketball to pass on. Ray Meyer, the legendary coach who coached DePaul for 42 years before retiring in 1984, passed away this afternoon. Meyer coached stars from different eras like George Mikan, Mark Aguirre, and Terry Cummings. And with 724 career victories to his credit, he placed 6th on the all-time list and took teams to the Final Four in 1943 and then 3 decades later in 1979. Hall of Fame coach Ray Meyer was 92.
How I Met Your Mother, Monday on CBS, America's most watched network.
3 big reasons behind these crazy gas prices after the game.
Load for load. Power for power. Not to mention gallon for gallon. At GMC, every Sierra is engineered to the highest standard by any measure, even dollar for dollar. Compare for yourself at KellyBlueBooksKBB.com. Then see the pros at your local GMC dealers.
2.1 seconds left. No team has repeated as champions since 1973. Will the dream die here for Duke? There's the pass to Leitner. Puts it up. Yes!
Do we really have time for this? I sing with my sisters, and we travel up and down the coast. I'm the driver because I'm the most responsible.
It will be quick.
If my car isn't running, then I'm not working. Sometimes you wait to the last minute like we do, and Jiffy Lube, you know, no appointment necessary. We're in there and out and on our way.
People who rely on their vehicles rely on the speed and convenience of one place to keep them running. Jiffy Lube.
Jiffy Lube offers no appointment emissions inspections 7 days a week.
Mary, have you heard what people are saying about the Rooms to Go 15th anniversary?
Honey, I'm the first person they tell.
There's a ton of reasons to shop the Rooms to Go 15th anniversary, but the one that sold me, besides the great furniture, great deals, and 2 interest-free ways to finance, is next-day delivery. Other stores take weeks or months. Some can't even give you a delivery date. How confusing is that? Well, there's no confusion about buying today, getting it tomorrow. And with 9 out of 10 pieces always in stock, Rooms to Go delivers when I want, the next day.
The first round of the 2006 NCAA tournament about to resume around the country. Some of you will begin with George Mason and Michigan State. Others start with Kent State against Pittsburgh. Those expecting to see NC State taking on Cal, we'll take you there for the opening tip at 7:20 Eastern. And those slated for Albany challenging UConn, we'll bring you there at 7:25 Eastern time. Enjoy the games, everyone, here on CBS.
CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the Men's Basketball Championship is sponsored by Cadillac, the United States Army, Bud Light, and by the Principal Financial Group.
I wasn't sure about this whole 5-minute date thing, but I feel like we have a connection.
I feel it too.
Maybe we should go on a real date.
I don't know about that.
Well, why?
It would upset my fiance, probably.
You're not single.
Oh, no, I'm just here for the Bud Light. What am I supposed to say? Hi, honey, I'm dating Amy. Not cool.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Good, sir. Hey, sweetie.
You're changed, man.
How's that?
You got off that train back there, you did 2 things you never done before. At least not at the same time. You shook my hand, and then you looked me square in the eye. Where'd that come from?
As a growing business, you don't always get the attention you really need. That's where the Principal can help. From banking to health plans to retirement solutions, we have lots of ways to help a not-so-big business rise above the crowd.
This is what the tournament is all about. Shot. That's the Leitner. Miracle! The Clippers down! Keith Smart is the hero. Syracuse is your national champion. University of Dayton Arena. And the road to the Final Four continues. The Washington bracket taking center stage as George Mason at 11 takes on the Spartans from Michigan State, a number 6. And the bracket in Washington, D.C., Michigan State, George Mason, the winner taking on North Carolina, Murray State. Our next game, Wichita State and Tennessee already set to knuckle up. George Mason, led by Jim Larinaga in his 9th season. And on the other sideline, it's Tom Izzo, one of the great coaches in college basketball, in his 11th year with the Michigan State Spartans. And the starting lineups, Mason on the left, Jai Lewis, big bruiser. Look for him to play well. And Lamar Butler had 19 points against Michigan State last year. Meanwhile, for the Spartans, they have a 3-headed monster, Paul Davis in the front court with Mo Ager, a senior from Detroit, and my favorite player in college basketball, Shannon Brown.
Shannon Brown as athletic as they come. And that big 3 from Michigan State, capable of carrying them back to the Final Four.
There's Shannon Brown. from Maywood, Illinois, your officials, Reggie Greenwood, Ken Diddy, and Patrick Evans. Michigan State, George Mason, and State defeated Mason 66-60 on December 5th of 2004 in Washington, D.C. It was the BBNT Classic. Here's Shannon Bacon-Hager quickly off the tap, and he gets to the bucket.
Well, you can expect to see that as often as possible. Runouts, loose ball transition. That's what Michigan State thrives on.
So George Mason making their 4th NCAA appearance in school history inside. Very nicely done by Will Thomas.
George Mason is one of those teams that you see Michigan State get down quicker than I can get the words out of my mouth. George Mason, one of those teams, undersized, short-handed, but they'll compete.
George Mason, 23-7 this season. Lewis spinning on the baseline, has it blocked. Goran Sutan blocks it. And George Mason will hold on. What are the keys to this game?
Well, George Mason has the fine points, lost without Tony Skinn, their second leading scorer. Skinn averaging 13 points a game, out due to suspension for striking another player in a game that they played in the Colonial Athletic Association tournament.
And Mason calls a timeout. 18:51 to play in the first half. State by 2.
It's an entirely different class of Mercedes-Benz, the R-Class Grand Sports Tourer. More headroom for you, more elbow room for her, more space for him, more luxury, more comfort for them, and them, and them. The R-Class, more of everything to make more people happy. What more could you want? See your local authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for a special lease offer through Mercedes-Benz Financial. Value unlike any other. Visit your local authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
Just sit right back and grab some tails, the tails of some tasty shrimp. Sensations now at Applebee's are really worth the trip. Sauteed, crisp fried, fire grilled, served on a handy skewer. So many shrimp you'll want to plan a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. So join us here this week, my friend. It's time for eating good. Shrimp sensations new at Applebee's in your neighborhood.
The ability to use tools gives us the power to accomplish things. Hand us one and we'll build something. Show us what's broken and we'll fix it. Give us a challenge and we'll beat it. The right tools in the right hands can hold a family or neighborhood together. It isn't so much the gasoline, electricity, or even sweat. It's the engine that's inside each of us. Briggs & Stratton, the power within.
10 is less than 50. Powerade Option, the low-calorie sports drink.
Hi, Enterprise. I'm at the repair shop, and I need to rent a car.
At Enterprise, we'll arrange to pick you up free and get you on your way.
Nice save, Mom.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Tradition unlike any other, the Masters on CBS.
Couple of good games coming up. NC State, Cal, Herb Sindex, Wolfpack against Leon Poe and the Golden Bears, Albany, and #1 seeded Connecticut in Washington, D.C., and we will get you to the start of those games shortly. 1 second on the shot clock for George Mason. Down 4-2. Butler, quick fire, got it.
That was just a nice play designed out of the timeout. And Butler, with a lot of patience, even though he had 1 second left, got himself lined up nicely.
Lewis comes up with the steal. He dribbles it out of bounds. And will get it back. Michigan State will.
Well, Neitzel a little late getting to his man as Michigan State looked like they zoned up that out-of-bounds play. And just a nice job of hitting the seam of that zone and turning and squaring up.
Now Paul Davis and Neitzel play catch. Shannon Brown wide open.
You like that stroke, right? He elevates, squares up, proper rotation.
Shannon Brown, the most consistent player for Michigan State since the start of the Big Ten season. He is the son of a Chicago area police officer. Pull-up jump shot, and that goes down for Will Thomas.
Boy, it looks like defensively, Michigan State really testing George Mason, trying to figure out, okay, what do you have? Hence, they've been giving up some wide open looks.
Sutan too strong on the baseline.
I don't think the tournament is a place to test people. You got to go at them strong.
Nice play, Butler leaving it off for Will Thomas. And these two teams, Lenny, going up and down to start.
Well, I mentioned before, George Mason pretty much undersized against Michigan State and shorthanded because they don't have the second leading scorer, Tony Skinn, who averages 13 points a game, but they're competing right now. You wouldn't tell them that they're undersized or shorthanded.
Remember, these two teams met in the BB&T Classic last year. Neitzel, long three, no, and a rebound saved by Shannon Brown. Michigan State winning that game by 6, 66-60. Ager. Now Sutan hesitant after shooting the air ball on the other baseline.
Well, again, the push up the floor and just really off the bounce on the penetration. Nice dish getting into the teeth of the Michigan State zone. And again, George Mason not backing down from anybody.
Michigan State net trailing.
Foul called on Lewis, his first. Shannon Brown. Ager can give you 30 in a heartbeat. Down the lane. Got it. And the foul.
Maurice Ager, too much off the bounce.
Baskets by Maurice Ager.
You know, he is definitely too tough for Jordan Carter to be able to handle it. Again, watch him just on a straight drive to the basket off the screen and roll. No help for Carter. And you can't guard Maurice Ager one-on-one without some help.
Ager with the Crockett High School in Detroit. Senior year, 10-9. Spartans. The Big Ten versus the CAA. Now Lewis posting up on Trannon.
Two football players battling out in the paint.
Trannon wearing the mask. Broke his jaw earlier in the season. Paul Davis running the floor and banks it in.
Greg Gumbel in New York. While we keep track of George Mason and Michigan State for you, you folks are scheduled to see Atlanta region action in Dallas. The Wolfpack of North Carolina State, the Golden Bears of California. Let's take you to Dallas and join Craig Bolerjack and Bob Wenzel.
It is nighttime in Dallas, game 3 of the day, and it matches North Carolina State against Cal, the ACC against the Pac-10, the 10th seed in the Atlanta region against number 7, West Virginia, in along with Northwestern State. California 20-10, North Carolina State 21-9, and tonight for the Wolfpack, it's Simmons and Edtimov, along with Atsur, Beneman, and Bethel. And for Cal, Devon Harden will go at the center spot. Leon Poe, so powerful. Theo Robinson will start for Richard Midgley. And the backcourt of Omar Wilkes and Ubaka. Ben Braun is the head coach at Cal in his 10th season. 186 victories, 120 defeats. Cal losing in that Pac-10 tournament title game to UCLA, 71-52. And for North Carolina State, Herb Sendek in his 13th season with the Wolfpack. coming off a loss to Wake Forest in the first round of the ACC tournament. Bob 82-71. Bob Donato, Patrick Adams, and Jerry Pollard will be on the floor tonight calling the fouls, and we're underway in Dallas, the night session, and it matches the Wolfpack and the Golden Bears.
This is going to be a game of three-point shooting for the Wolfpack. They run a Princeton-ish type offense. And on the other hand, the Cal Bears want to pound it inside. A game of contrasts.
North Carolina State, the 10th seed. Cal, the 7th in the Atlanta region. And the first shot comes off the rim by Cedric Simmons.
NC State has lost 4 consecutive games because their three-point shooting has abandoned them. They want to get back on track today. Poe, 44 with the basketball, the best power forward in America.
Inside they go to Harden. 1, 2, 3 bounces and down. Devon Harden puts Cal on the board, the 6'11" sophomore.
Poe very active around the basket. Earlier, stress fracture in his foot. Missed the first 4 games of the year. All 4 players other than Simmons are three-point threats for the Wolfpack.
Give and go with the layup.
The back door will be very much in evidence in this game. Nice pass from Simmons to Atsur.
Engin Atsur, a junior from Turkey.
Very experienced players. These two teams played in the 2003 tournament. Cal won in overtime by 2 points.
Poe so strong, down the lane. Count it.
Well, there you get a look at Leon Poe. This will be a frequent occurrence in any game. The spin move, the power, the length. He knows the geography of the lane and can get it in basket. Also, fouled frequently in his career.
Bob, his story's amazing after missing last season with not 1 but 2 knee operations, and has battled back to be one of only 4 Division I players to average 20 and 10. Amazing.
Quite an impact on his team. Last year, they're not in anything. This year in the tournament. 13 wins last year, 20 wins this year because of Leon Poe's presence.
Atsur on the wing, straight away, Evtimov. 2 minutes in.
Evtimov has not been his normal self. Injured his foot against Florida State.
Atsur short. As it falls off the front of the iron. Here comes Ubaka.
Great improvement by Ubaka. Highly heralded player out of high school, has been average in his career, but this year, very good. First team all Pac-10, as is Poe.
He makes it the catch out front. Wilkes, 14 on the shot. Ubaka, quick dribble with the left hand, spins, paint, floater. 1 bouncing in. Ubaka on the board, who averages just under 15 a game.
And about 6 in his first 2 seasons. He has really blossomed.
He has more than doubled his career average. His game has come along, to say the least. Atsur on the wing, on the low block. Simmons.
28 against Duke for Cedric.
Straight away, jump shot. And down she goes by Bitterman. Cameron Bitterman, a senior out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
Only 2 players in this game played in that referenced game in 2003. Midgley, who's on the bench right now, and Cameron Bitterman. None of these other players played then.
Midgley expected to play, did not start because of tendonitis, and the 3 ball goes for Wilkes. Omar Wilkes.
Is that a familiar name to you? Dad played at UCLA.
Shoots just like his dad.
He does. A little shorter, though. Jamal.
He was silky smooth, wasn't he?
Indeed.
Simmons gives it up to Evtimov. He'll fire and hit. Boy, he ripped the net.
Greg, he was their center last year. Lost 20 pounds knowing that Simmons would be the center this year. Wanted to be quicker. Deadly outside shooter.
Gallows made their last 4. And Evtimov, by the way, playing with a sprained foot, Bob. He's had that for over a month.
Had it, got it in the Florida State game. Has not practiced since Valentine's Day. On the low block is Harden. Across the court pass and the jump shot, no. Rebound is covered up. Tony Bethel. Cal played a double overtime game against Oregon in the semifinals of Pac-10 at the Staples Center, where Kobe Bryant plies his trade, and then lost to UCLA in the final. Bethel with the ball. The Wolfpack 31-14 with Bethel in the starting lineup. There's a foul. Low block. Baseline. And a quick timeout. We're underway in Dallas, and Cal leads North Carolina State by 2.
This may be the most important moment of your life. Commit to it.
Rolling Stone magazine says V for Vendetta is explosive.
Violence can be used for good.
What are you talking about?
Justice.
Natalie Portman is dynamite in the movie that will pin you to your seat.
The only verdict is vengeance.
V for Vendetta.
Kill him. Not tonight.
Rated R. Now playing in theaters and IMAX.
The 2006 Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year. The new Nissan Xterra. Show us your X.
I want to go over a few things before you leave for Oslo. 80 gig, titanium, Wi-Fi, secure. Should you find yourself sans laptop, check in with this. Bluetooth, broadband, built-in camera.
Secure.
If it's on our network, it's secure.
Encrypted, hacker-proof, titanium.
It's a pen.
Security, powered by Cisco.
5, 4, and the crowd goes wild!
Let's put your kids' dreams within reach. Lowe's. Let's build something together.
Shop today and you could instantly win a VIP trip to the 2007 NCAA Men's Final Four or one of millions of Lowe's prize cards.
Don't you know that I'm loving you? In a garden of Vita, baby. Don't you know that I'll always be true?
Need a little flower power? Our retirement specialists can help. Call 1-800-FIDELITY. Smart move.
Cal on top of North Carolina State by 2, thanks in part to Leon Poe. And Bob already 2 for 2 and a rebound. Well, he had a great Pac-10 tournament, set 3 records in this tournament. 41 points against Oregon, that's a record. 20 rebounds against Southern California, and 22 points and 20 rebounds in that Southern Cal victory. Big-time player, setting all kind of records in the Pac-10 tournament, which has not been played that many years, only its 5th year this year at Staples Center. Leon Poe, 6'8", 240. There's a look at Simmons as he tucked in the jersey. He'll shoot a free throw. Simmons is the 2nd best shot blocker in the ACC behind Sheldon Williams of Duke. 77 on the season. Has that left tape on the thumb. Well, both these teams have shot well early. 67% for Cal, and North Carolina State at the 60 mark, 3 of 5, so a pair of free throws fall. Quality shots. They run good offenses that provide quality shots. We're tied up at 9 as we head to the 15-minute mark. A lot of good players in this game at all positions. Wilkes drives. This is the matchup. Simmons on Poe. Can the shot blocker do it against the Pac-10's best inside player? Off the back of the rim. Here comes Bethel as he weaves his way across midcourt. Little bump, no whistle. Simmons off the mark and the rebound into the hands of Devon Harden. He wears size 19s. He can plant those feet and you can't move him. He's got to stand near the top of the key to shoot a free throw with those guys. NC State, not a good rebounding team.
Harden picks up the foul, and that's 2.
Well, Rod Benson will replace Harden. Benson was the starter last year when Poe was out and led the team in scoring and rebounding, but that is a blow. Devon Harden, biggest player on this team, very effective defender.
Andrew Brackman, number 40, checks in for North Carolina State.
What an interesting story he is. Baseball pitcher.
Oh, up and in. Bitterman. Yeah, he's already been on the mound for 2 starts.
How about that? Remember Tim Stoddard, who played at North Carolina State, played baseball in the major leagues for 100 years. He played on that team, 74 team that won the national championship.
Benson picked up the pivot, too many steps, turned it over.
Well, you get your 6'10" player playing 35 feet away from the basket. That is not a formula for success. Benson not used to playing that far away from the basket.
Bethel across the timeline, straight away. Evtimov.
Look at this spread offense. No one close to the basket. They eventually cut there and then get out.
Sideline to sideline, Bob. Now they go again, one side or the other. They throw down low and a whistle. That one looks like it's going to be on Omar Wilkes on a reach in. The freshman picks up his first.
Well, patient offense, the order of the day for the Wolfpack. Herb Sendak, 5 straight NCAA tournament appearances for NC State.
On the inbound, the turnaround, wide open, but the short shot by Grant.
Craig, last year NC State had a great year in the tournament. They beat Charlotte, they beat UConn, and finally lost to Wisconsin. So Herb made it to the Sweet 16 last year with this team. Julius Hodge, of course, was the star player on that squad.
3 ball, around and out. A good look by Evtimov. You know, a lot of people wondering how NC State will respond tonight. They've lost 4 in a row. First round, they were out in the ACC tournament. I don't know if it was the end of the season legs, but the 4 straight losses had some folks concerned.
Well, I asked Herb about that yesterday. He says we're getting the same shots. Just not making it.
Poe hit from one end, and North Carolina State comes down to the other. Left-hand dribble, spin, got caught up, loose ball, and they turn it over. Omar Wilkes across midcourt. He'll leave it. Ubaka. Benson on the low block. One hop across the court. Patience by Cal. Another hop in the lane. And too many steps.
That was a hop, a skip, and a jump. That's good in track, but not basketball.
They triple jumping or playing ball.
Leon Poe inside. This will be something you see all night long. If you do not double team him, you can forget about it. He's going to get fouled or he's going to make the basket.
Cedric Simmons, also number 4, Courtney Fells.
Poe is 3 for 4 from the field already in this game.
Cal has turned it over 4 times. North Carolina State only once. And we're tied at 11 with 12-10 left in the opening half. Gavin Grant leaves it to Brackman.
Trying to post Simmons.
Nice baseline move, spins left hand, no, off the rim. He rebounds the miss. Hacked underneath, no whistle, and then pops it. Oh, how about the second and third effort?
Stick-to-itiveness by Cedric. Monster dunk. See the pulling of the shirt right here. Ibaka setting up a play. That is the visual signal for this pattern. There are visual signals and verbal signals. When your teammates can't hear you, the visual signal becomes the most important thing. This is Midgley, terrific three-point shooter.
Did not start. He's been sore all week long, but in the ball game, there's a push-off. And the foul will be called against North Carolina State. Gavin Grant picks up the foul. There's a timeout in Dallas. Good one going on between Cal and NC State.
the true fan, the whole year comes down to just one weekend. The 2006.
Greg, Seth, and Clark in New York. Update time. We'll get you back to Dallas. First checking in with Philadelphia. 16 seed has never beaten a 1 seed, but inevitably that 16 seed is going to come out feeling its oats. Albany playing well today.
Well, Albany right now on an 11-3 run, and make that 11-5 is the freshman Jeff Adrian. Excuse me, that was Marcus Williams for UConn. But you know, UConn will turn over the basketball. That's really their only weakness this year. So if Albany can push the pace on them and try to turn them over, of course, I don't think you want to get into a track meet with UConn either.
No, you don't. They're really excellent in transition. And when you get good shots from 15 feet and in, you need to knock them down. When you miss and UConn rebounds, it fuels their fast break game, but there's another turnover. Sloppy with the basketball so far.
That is 8 turnovers for UConn so far tonight.
That's only in 8 minutes of action.
So Albany with an 11-7 lead. Meanwhile, in Auburn Hills, Kent State and Pittsburgh. There's another Big East team doing battle. The Pitt Panthers lead at 28-12. Pittsburgh's been able to hit their shots, and Kent State hasn't.
They sure have. Pitt's been terrific. Everybody's stepping up. Ronald Ramon has been outstanding in the backcourt. There's a good entry pass. Nice little cut by Kent State after the timeout. Kent State's got really good guards. DeAndre Haynes, Jay Youngblood. Very capable, but so far they've been unable to get stops as Pittsburgh's been able to get what they've wanted inside. There's Aaron Gray finishing.
Yeah, Aaron Gray doing a great job inside, and I just think this is a very favorable matchup to Pittsburgh. Kent State's not going to score a lot of points. They try to out-tough you, but very few teams can out-tough Pittsburgh.
Meanwhile, in Dayton, there is a timeout there, and Michigan State and George Mason have both been shooting the basketball well with 6 minutes to play in the first half. The Spartans hold a 2-point lead, 28-26. Both these guys arrived at the gym with their shooting shoes on.
Yeah, they're both shooting really well. 7 ties, 4 lead changes. This is not a great defensive team for Michigan State. They're going to need to step that up.
Keep track of that and more as the night goes on. Let's get you back to Dallas and rejoin Craig Bolajak and Bob Wenzel.
9:33 left here in Dallas, first half. And the 10th seed, North Carolina State. Wolfpack leading Cal 16-13. And Richard Midgley just picked up his first. And that sends the freshman Courtney Fells to the free throw line, already with a 3-ball off the bench.
Fells, a seldom used player, but athletic. Frequent substitutions by both coaches early in this game, knowing that they will need juice in the second half.
Evtimov checks back in. One more for Fells. Good rotation. 4 for the freshman. 17-13, North Carolina State. Ayinde Ubaka. Eric Vernisol gets early minutes for Ben Braun as well for Cal. Big fella Leon Poe moves in. Ubaka, the dribble, the drive, the kick to the corner. 3-ball on the way. Bingo. Big shot goes down for Midgley.
Second leading three-point shooter in the history of Cal basketball, and it is an illustrious history.
He's a career 38% shooter from behind the arc. Boy, if he's sore, he's not showing it. Did not start because of tendonitis. We asked where, they said everywhere.
Midgley originally from London, England, Modesto Christian High School. A 4-year player, starter most of those times. Ben Braun has a lot of confidence in his defensive ability. Put him on Jordan Farmar in the championship game against the Bruins.
Vincent was whistled for the foul, his first. Corner. Banged it, but the follow, over the hoop by Simmons. Still working. This time he hits.
Second time that Simmons has stayed with an apparent miss and continued on. This sophomore has ability.
6'9", 235. Cedric Simmons from Supply, North Carolina.
All defensive team in the ACC this year.
Bennerman, the reach in, his first.
Guys playing above the rim in this game. Ball slipped out of his hand, but he stays with it. Pump fakes, gets people off their feet. Poe does not want to foul. Simmons gets a 2.
Nikola Knizovic has checked in out of Serbia Montenegro for Cal. He belongs on the all-name team, my friend. Midgley gives it back to Nikola. He'll drive baseline. Good D on that baseline by North Carolina State. Inside, overshoots the rim is Benson. Well, Wolfpack playing good D early. 19-16. The 10 against the 7 seed in the Atlanta region. And a turnover. Back we come the other way. Midgley controls across midcourt.
So we have a number of players in this game from foreign countries. Atsur and Eftimov for NC State. They each speak 4 languages. Fortunately, English among them, so they can communicate with their teammates.
The back end. Benson up and in. Rod Benson, 2 buckets, 4 points out of San Diego.
Showing some of the ability that he had last year in leading this team in scoring and rebounding. Of course, Poe not playing last year.
Oh, tough as Bethel had to really sky to catch that pass.
Bethel is a transfer from Georgetown. The Hoyas advancing today.
Played 2 years with the Hoyas. There's a 3 ball all the way. Good rotation, too strong. Good look by Cedric Simmons.
Kanišević will run the point. That gives Midgley the ability to run off screens and spot up on perimeter. And there he is.
Midgley straight away as we head to the 6-minute mark of half number 1. High pick and roll. Poe drops it off underneath. Benson off the window.
The inside game of Cal beginning to take root. We said how this was going to be 3-point shooting for NC State versus the inside game of Cal. So far, that's the way it's gone.
And Bob Poe showed a nice look inside and gets the assist to Benson. 3 buckets for the big fella.
Bethel is not looking at the basket at all. Earlier in the year, the leading 3-point shooter in the ACC has had several games where he hasn't shot well. He looks reticent to me.
Bitterman stripped away. Here comes Poe. Bump from behind, no whistle.
Poe knows his limitations, huh?
Inside one more time and a block underneath in the lane, and that will send Benson to the free throw line. Good action in Dallas. Cal on top by 1.
Check it out. I got the NCAA March Madness, baby.
You don't have March Madness.
What? Look at me.
Can you follow your favorite teams with just 2 clicks of a button?
No.
Is your bracket with you at all times and constantly updated?
Oh.
Then you don't have March Madness. You have March Sadness.
Well, check this out.
Singular MediaNet. Latest scores, breaking news, bracket challenge. If you've got Singular, you can personalize your phone for college hoops.
You want to see what else I painted?
No.
Singular, raising the bar.
Great, another Mazda sales event.
With a killer lease on Mazda 3. That thing stomped my Civic.
And it's got more power and room than Civic, Sentra, and Corolla.
Are we the only ones worried about all this?
Apparently not.
Ach du Lieber. What did he say?
It's the biggest Mazdas on the Move sales event yet. Lease a 2006 Mazda 3i for $189 a month for 39 months with $23.89 to at lease signing. Just $189 a month. Hurry to your Mazda dealer for a test drive now.
Introducing the miracle of fusion, a revolutionary technology and a unique idea come together to create new Gillette Fusion. Until now, pressure caused irritation. Fusion has 5 blades spaced closer together to reduce pressure, with less irritation and more comfort. Flip Fusion over. A precision trimmer for those tricky places. The comfort of 5 blades, the precision of 1. The best shave ever. In manual or battery power. New Gillette Fusion.
This is Gary Poole. Married for 10 years, but didn't know it until he had fresh brewed premium roast coffee and a McGriddles. It was like he was seeing his wife for the very first time.
It's like we're newlyweds all over again.
Wake up and smell your life.
Want to get away? Now you can. With Southwest Airlines Internet Specials, fly to 61 destinations for just $49 to $159.
What are they doing? Sweetie, see, when the men shoot the ball through the hoop, their team gets 2 points.
Yeah, they need to switch out of the 2-3 and go box and 1 before that forward kills them with a weak side tray.
And when they bounce the ball, it's called dribbling.
Catch a new episode of How I Met Your Mother, CBS Monday, right after The King of Queens.
Well, coming up on Singular after half, make sure you join Greg, Clark, and Seth. They'll have live game look-ins, tournament news, and the Singular Naismith update. That's all coming up on Singular at the half.
Well, Cal, the points in the paint, 14-8. Early on, Devon Harden, and that hand was that of Poe. Poe in traffic, and one. Ubaka, the point guard, taking it to the paint. 18 points, close to the basket for Cal. That is their calling card in the matchup between Simmons and Poe. Both with 6 points. Simmons not a big-time scorer. Poe is. Simmons' defense very important, getting a rest right now.
Simmons, you surprised? He's already taken 7 shots.
Very unusual for him, Greg. Not a big part of their offense. Averages about 12 a game. Simmons has done a very good job of battling the bigger size. Benson, Devon Harden, and Poe.
Benson already with 6 points, a 57% free throw shooter. One more for Rod Benson out of San Diego, a senior.
57. Late game, maybe foul him, huh?
One more. Good rotation, and he makes them both.
Did look good.
For Cal stretches their lead to 22-19.
Oh, Jordan Wilkes in the game now. Another big man for Cal.
The brother of Omar.
The spread offense. High screens, Bennerman inside.
And a tip. Ben McCauley, the freshman from West Newton, PA. Boy, both these head coaches, Herb Sendek and Ben Braun, have emptied the bench in this first half, getting a lot of depth out there.
I think the idea is to keep as many players substituted for so your starters are fresh near the end of the game. I think both coaches feel like this is going to be a close game. Has been so far. Will probably continue to be that way. Benson, big numbers for him. Only averages 5 a game. He's got 8 already.
Renisel leaves it to Poe. Now the lefty. Nikola Knizovic. The Europeans just have an incredible touch from outside.
The three-point line's closer here than it is over there.
25-21 Cal.
Spread offense for NC State. Looking for the back door or the 3.
Straight away McCauley. Evtimov. He can shoot it from outside. He'll take it in. The dump off. Down low. Little swing and it's in. How about Bennerman? Little double clutch on that shot. And it rolls in for 2.
He is their best athlete, Craig, in terms of running, jumping, speed, athleticism. Bennerman also the most experienced player on the team.
Through the hands of Wilkes. It was caught by Renisel. Now the jump shot off the mark. Tipped, and out of bounds. CBS Sportsline is your destination for a complete tournament coverage. You can get bracket updates, video highlights, and expert analysis for each tournament game at cbssportsline.com. I'm sure that's been a busy place over the last couple of days, and we'll continue to be busy over the next couple of weeks. And a quick foul on Nikola Knizovic. And now a timeout. Cal by 2 over NC State in Dallas.
Zakar, and the bench is doing it with 14 points. NC State inside. Normally a 3-point shooting team. At Soar on the back door. Simmons, repetitive jumping inside. This has been a big bright spot. NC State's Bennerman after it. And the inside play of NC State, surprising to me. They are being guarded well on the perimeter. A 3-point shot is their signature. Not much of that in the game so far.
They attempt 24 threes a game, make 9 per contest so far. 2 of 6
floater in the lane wouldn't go, and the board is ripped down by Poe. But part of the reason I think they're going inside more is they've had 4 straight losses against Carolina, Boston College, and twice to Wake Forest. I think they feel they got to get a little bit more inside game going offensively, and they are. Vernisol caught down on the baseline. That's the 5th turnover committed by Cal. Theo Robertson returns. Vernisol goes out for Ben Braun. Well, Atzur with the basketball leads NC State in assists and steals. Very good leadership ability for the young man from Turkey. And he's an Ironman. He goes nearly 34 minutes a night. Loose ball and a whistle. Well, Simmons grabbed the arm when it was stolen from him, wanted to get it back quickly. That's 3 on Simmons. Wow. Herb Sendak took a chance there. The balance of NC State, very important. Look at the bottom numbers on your screen. 5 guys nearly in double figures, with Bethel almost at 10. Simmons out of the game now hurts them defensively more than offensively. Brackman, number 40, will have to play extended minutes. Brackman, the sophomore from Cincinnati. He's going to have a hard time guarding Leon Poe. Midgley, who had a 3-ball earlier, hands it off to Robertson, and now Ubaka. Nice switching defense by the Pack. Shot clock to 3, to 2, hands it off. There's the shot at the buzzer, comes off the rim. Midgley had a good look at the 3. A foul on Brackman. Well, that's underneath. That's the trouble. Ben Braun happy that Brackman is in there trying to guard his star player. Substitutions. Bob Bethel will come back in for the Wolfpack. And Benson returns for Cal. And Benson's done a fine job in this game so far. With Devon Harden benched with 2 fouls. Herb Sendak really played a tough situation there, playing Simmons with 2 fouls. Very unusual. That was chancy. Didn't pay off. Poe gets a touch. Already with 3 buckets, 6 points. Launches another off the front of the iron, and the rebound goes out to Atzur. He'll push it. And now dishes, baseline, jump shot, sweep by Brackman. Great push by Atzur. Brackman shoots 50%. He lacks those 6- and 8-foot jumpers. Baseline and straight away. How far is the pitcher's mound from the goal? He's got a good arm, doesn't he, too? 95 miles an hour, they say. A lot of squeaky sneakers out here. That means good defense. Ubaka off the window. The rebound underneath. Big, strong fella up and in. Leon Poe. Bob is just methodical. He's strong. He boxes out. Poe with 4 buckets, 8 points. He has a knack for rebounding that cannot be taught. Amazing, he's had 2 knee surgeries, missed all of last year. Has not hampered his movement or his jumping ability as he pulls down a rebound. And now Ben Braun will call a timeout. You gotta like this game in Dallas. 27-25 Cal at NC State.
Hey, it's...
Your call dropped again, didn't it?
Nope, just calling my brother to say, hey, it's...
I thought you were calling him about the game.
No, just wanted to say, hey, it's... There's a lot between my brother and me, so my tone on those words, hey, it's, really expresses everything I need to say to him.
Tired of dropped calls? Switch to Singular. Singular's all-over network has the fewest dropped calls of any wireless network. The leading independent research company proved it.
Hey, it's me. I'm here with...
Singular, raising the bar.
Big buck and chicken, You are chicken. Big bucket chicken.
Take a ride on the new BK Tender Crisp Cheesy Bacon. The only way to beat it is to eat it.
Bucket chicken.
You're gonna like these guys, though. They're a pretty good crew. Everybody listen up. This is Levon.
Hey, Levon, I'm Winty.
You're on the 120 today.
How are you?
So if there's anything you need, just ask these guys. They'll take care of it, all right? Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
You ever been around anything this fast before?
Yeah, in the last job.
See how Army training gives you strength for now, strength for later at GoArmy.com.
Sometimes just getting to retirement seems impossible. That's where we come in. As the nation's 401k leader, the Principal offers many simple ways to plan for retirement, making it easier for you to get where you're going. The Principal Financial Group will give you an edge.
Cal leads NC State by 2, and make sure you go to mycokerewards.com to play Coca-Cola NCAA Championship Run 2006. In Dallas, Cal shooting 52%. North Carolina State, Bob, 44%. Devon Harden back in the game with 2 fouls. I'm surprised at this situation. Could not afford for him to get another foul. Poe out of the game. Now the final 107 of the first half here in Dallas. The 10th seed, North Carolina State Wolfpack against the number 7 Cal Golden Bears out of the Atlanta region. Benson and Poe lead Cal with 8 points apiece, while Simmons and Bennerman have hit 6 apiece for the Wolfpack. And Benson puts one down. And a timeout, North Carolina State. 46.9 to play in half number 1. We'll be back to Dallas after this.
Sexier, edgier, unrated. Derailed is spellbinding. A Jennifer Aniston you've never seen.
I've got you, girl, here.
An intelligent 4-star thriller.
How do they know everything about us?
Derailed. Buy the unrated DVD on Tuesday.
Start with a fresh brewed cup of McDonald's richer, bolder, premium roast coffee. Add a warm, delicious McGriddles breakfast sandwich, and you've just brought your morning into life-affirming focus. Wake up and smell your life.
.9 remains in the first half. Craig, this is a situation where NC State can go 2 for 1. Try to take a quick shot right here. Force Cal to shoot before the end of the shot clock. Harden returns to the bench. 2 national championships at NC State with Norm Sloan in '74. Of course, Jim Valvanos. Doesn't look like they're going to go that way. Just worked for the best shot. Hard to believe that was 1983, and the Wolfpack that year was a 6th seed, and they went on to win it. 30 seconds on the first half clock. And a whistle in the corner, and that's going to be on Ebdimov. Ilyan Ebdimov, his first. Well, that is not what you want to do at the end of the half, especially when the arrow is pointing in favor of the Bears. Ebdimov hooks his man in the corner, trying to make something happen. Cal can hold it for the last shot and then get the ball to start the second half. Andrew Blackman checks back in for Herb Sindick. 20 left in the half. Cal with a 4-point lead and the basketball. They're going to try to isolate Poe low. Also, Ibaka with the basketball can create at the end of the shot clock. That's what's going to happen here. He has 6. He has 5. They go to Poe as he muscles in. At the buzzer, it won't go. And that ends the first half.
29-25, California in the lead. Meanwhile, back in Philadelphia, under 3 minutes to play, UConn over Albany by 1. Once again, Jim Nance and Billy Patrick.
Josh Boone with a little soft hook has given UConn the lead by 1 with under 3 minutes to go in the half. Huskies shooting over 80%, but have turned it over 10 times. Here's a turnover by Albany. 2-on-1. Denham Brown goes driving through, and it's a block call against Albany. It sure looked like the defender had the position there.
Well, I think that the pass could have been made here to Boone on the other side. He really never established a defensive position, Jim.
Yeah, when you see the second look at it, I agree. Brent Wilson now with 2, and Denham Brown to the line.
If you establish the position, then you can be moving your feet, but he never really had one. But I thought that Denham Brown should have thrown that ball up in the air to Boone, who was coming down on a break on the other side.
So Brown again giving them a boost off the bench. Or actually starting and then replaced early. You know, you think about Denham Brown as you see Jamar Wilson coming back in. Denham Brown and Rashad Anderson really kind of play the same position. You know, well, 2 of them are so similar. They can both. And Anderson comes off the bench.
And, you know, they can do that when they play them both at the same time. You've got your wings manned by 2 guys that just can light it up from the outside. He's an 85% free throw shooter. And now he's really playing some good defense as well. Tried to turn that corner so quickly.
Tie up as Denham Brown reaches in. Jump ball arrow goes to Albany.
That's a tough break for Wilson there. He turned the corner and had the corner made, but he just slipped. Feet came out from underneath him.
He's faked himself out a couple of times in this first half. And he just keeps going. He's just always jumping, very jumpy.
He's not taking any lip from Denham Brown either. You know, to put in perspective, this club was in the Elite 8 of Division III in 1994.
They had to go through all the processes from Division III, Division II, NAIA in their past as well.
Division I in 2000, so quite a leap.
Lillis, good move. Right spin, too.
Very tough shot.
1-point game for UConn. Pass over the top. Boone lost it for a moment.
Might have been 3 seconds, not called.
We talk about Albany. They had a coach there for some 40 years, Richard Doc Sowers, with over 700 wins. He's now the women's golf coach.
That's a nice way to retire.
Yeah, but now the retired legendary coach. He was there when they first started the transition up the ladder to Division I before retiring in '96.
Right, he was in Division III, Division II, NAIA. So he went through the whole circuit there.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Minute 37 and a half. Toss it out high, and it's stripped away from Armstrong. Albany can take the lead with a minute 30 to go and a half. He threw the pass, and it was tapped somehow off the glass and in by Zelmer.
Zelmer just got a hand on it, and the English and the spin was perfect.
And everyone on their feet, Kentucky fans, UAB fans in the arena cheering it on as well. Back comes Marcus Williams, and UConn regains the lead by 1.
Wanting to spread things out. Utilize as much of the clock as possible. You know Jamar Wilson's going to have the ball in his hands.
Will Brown hollering instructions to his point guard, who waits until 14 seconds on the shot clock. Now driving and spinning. Look with the left hand, tipped around out to Marcus Williams.
And he's got an opportunity now to wait on Josh Boone, get the last shot. Jim Calhoun wants a timeout.
And it is given, granted, to the Huskies, who are in for a fight tonight. A little Friday night fight in Philadelphia. A 1 seed and a mighty underdog. A Great Dane, in fact. And UConn leads it by 1.
If you're looking for the best small SUV, check out the Subaru Forester. Right now, during the Subaru All-Wheel Deal sales event, get $2,000 customer cash on the Subaru Forester 2.5X with confidence-enhancing all-wheel drive. It's Car and Driver's best small SUV for the 3rd year running. Better than the Ford Escape, Honda CR-V, and Saturn Vue. Every day is a winding road. Hurry in for for the Subaru Forester. The all-wheel deal sales event ends March 31st.
UConn called the timeout. Huskies can hold it for the last shot.
Now, Jim, Albany was much better off in their man-to-man than they have been in the zone. Let's see if Coach will go ahead and take a chance. Coach Brown right now will take the chance and go back to the man-to-man. Looks like he's setting up for the 2-3 zone again with a little matchup. And as he told us yesterday, we just don't play zone. Maybe he was trying to fake us out a little bit, too.
Said he hadn't played it all year.
That's right.
Had to put it in this week. It's the only way he said we can stay with him. They did not want to get their big man zoner in any kind of early foul trouble.
Yeah, they showed the zone now as the clock is winding down. They went back to man-to-man.
In fact, zoner with no personal fouls in this half. 8 seconds to go before the intermission. Williams, Jordan defending. Boom, looking for baseline. Zoner blocks. UConn leads, but it's nothing easy about it. The 1 seed leads by 1. CBS Sports exclusive coverage continues after this word and a message from your local station. Our 25th year on the road to the Final Four.
Back in Dallas, moments away from the start of the second half, and Cal leads North Carolina State 29-25. Craig Bullerjack and Bob Wenzel, welcome back in. Halftime, you surprised of the three-point shooting?
Yes, I thought NC State would be making a lot more and taking a lot more.
Well, they 24 attempts, Bob, a game, only 7 in the first half.
Yeah, and they usually make 9 and made only 2 in this game so far. The other thing that's surprising is Rod Benson came in on a positive note for Cal, has only scored in double figures twice the entire season. He's got 10. He's the leading scorer in the first half. So Benson really doing a great job when Harden was out.
Yeah, 4 of 5 shooting for Benson, 10 points lead all scores, and the rebounding so far even up at 12 boards apiece.
Yeah, and the stats are fairly even. The game is even. The stats are going to be fairly even. You can take a look at the bench points. Cal's certainly in favor, and Benson did huge damage in terms of that. Field goal percentage shooting very good by both teams in this game, but as we mentioned, three-point shooting not there for the Pack, and that is their signature and their calling card. Ben Braun's team doing a good job defending. Leon Poe, of course, is the man that you have to try to control when you are playing Cal. I need to make a correction. In the first half, I thought Simmons had 3 fouls. He only has 2, so he should be able to guard Poe the entire second half.
Simmons actually had the 3 call. They gave it to Evtimov, and so 2 apiece for Ilian and Cedric Simmons. We start half number 2, and Cal by 4. With the basketball, Ubaka,
immediate double.
Poe had to give it up, and a hard foul. Bodies on the deck and a whistle. That was at Sewer, who went down for North Carolina State.
What you have to do against Leon Poe is double team him. Simmons plays behind. Evtimov comes right away. So Poe backs off. The ball reversal. And of course, Devon Harden leveled a Wolfpack player.
And that's 3 on Harden, who had to ride the pine a lot of minutes in that first half for Cal.
Well, he's still out there right now. Benson did a better job than Harden.
Tough shot. Count it for Simmons.
Harden again. That's 4. Benson will be back in right now. Simmons, the best inside threat on this team. How about the use of the left hand? Protect the ball with your body. Cedric Simmons getting better and better and better.
39 seconds, and Devon Harden picks up 2 fouls. He's done for quite a while for Ben Braun.
Well, we talked a great deal about how Benson played so well in this game. His best game of the year so far. They need for him to continue that.
Poe claims his 7th rebound. He was 4 of 8 shooting in the first half. Omar Wilkes controls the dribble. He'll find Poe. Underneath, Benson. Up and in, count it.
Benson has 12. Evtimov, 3rd foul. Where has this been? Opportunity. Meeting time.
Bethel is whistled for the foul, his first. And Rod Benson, the senior who averages 4.5 a game with 13 points in this game.
Well, he averaged 13 a game last year when Poe was not playing, so certainly capable. They want to go to Simmons.
Evtimov at Sewer. Backs it out straight away. Evtimov. Bethel, free ball.
That's what NC State needs. Bethel has been absent in three-point shooting the last 4 games. Previous to that, 56% from downtown.
And Bob, his first shot taken, and he hits it.
Maybe that'll give him some confidence, huh? Look at the battle inside with Poe and Simmons.
Cal by 2 with the basketball. They double team Wilkes. Everybody digging it out. And it'll be Wolfpack basketball.
Look inside, number 33 and number 44, battling inside. That is what you don't see if you keep your eyes only on the ball. Physical play, that's why big guys wear down.
Shot clock to 22. Simmons calls for it, but they kick it outside. Evtimov, no, and the rebound to Wilkes.
He took it confidently, though, and that's what you need to do. Herb Sendak showed his players the shots they were making and missing and showed them they were the same exact rhythm shots.
Poe, the big fella, one pump, dumps it out. Why not give it to Benson? He's been hot with 13.
Not from there, though. Inside only.
Ubaka drive. Caught. It's caught. Robertson. High floater off the window and a whistle.
He charged.
And that will be the first on Theo Robertson, the freshman, out of Pittsburgh, California.
Neither one of these teams the fast break variety. They do not play spurt basketball unless threes are going in. So you're going to see this methodical half-court offense by both teams trying to out-execute one another.
As our good friend Clark Kellogg would say, you don't buy spurtability.
Not in this game.
How about dunkability? As Simmons pulls down the rim for his 10th point.
He was being fronted. Credit Evtimov with a nice pass.
32 apiece as we head to the 17-minute mark here in Dallas.
He likes to go right.
Poe, one hot. Oh, nice touch off the glass. Poe in double figures with 10.
When Leon gets the ball at that elbow, almost always goes to his right unless you take it away. Force him left.
Evtimov, the lob, the entry to Simmons. Offensive foul on the baseline. And Benson held his ground.
Well, the power player's getting it done at both ends. The lob play. Notice how he holds Benson off until the ball is above his head. That is an educated lob play right there. Simmons, and at the other end, Poe, the drive to his right. He is powerful.
And Bob Cedric Simmons now with his 3rd personal foul.
Contemplation by Sendak. Do you take him out or leave him in? Looks like he's going to leave him.
Wilkes on the quick dribble, the drive, the baseline shot, floater hits. Wilkes had a 3 early in the first half, now 5 on the night. And it's 36-32 Cal.
Craig, the problem for Simmons, of course, is if he is guarding Poe, you're liable to pick up lots of fouls. Maybe they'll switch Evtimov to Poe and let Simmons guard Benson.
On the low block is Simmons. That ball is popped out of there. Benson got a hand up. 17 on shot clock. It'll be Wolfpack basketball.
Evtimov just walked by us, and he has a slight limp in his left leg, that instep bothering him.
You know, he has not had a true full practice for over a month because of that foot injury.
That throws your timing off on a team where timing is very vital.
Bethel step back 3, around and out. Benson the rebound. He claims it right off the glass. And across midcourt is Ubaka. A little spinner, hands off to Omar Wilkes. Then that's Poe. Poe wants it.
Well, they do have Evtimov on him. Smart play by Sendak. Simmons now guarding Benson.
He'll face up. He put the body down, didn't he? No foul there, but he got caught for taking steps. So a turnover and a timeout. Cal by 4 in Dallas. We'll be back after this. 36-32 Cal with 15:34 remaining, and near the end of tonight's game, we'll select a Chevrolet player of the game from each team to honor their determination and outstanding play. Chevy will make a $1,000 contribution to each university's general scholarship fund. America's brand supports America's best. Chevy, an American revolution. 58% shooting for Cal. NC State 46%. Cal also with the advantage, Bob, in rebounds. +3, 15-12.
Nice play out of the timeout. Bennerman curling around, getting into the lane, picking up a foul. No shooting, of course.
Second foul on Theo Robertson. Inside to Atsur.
Uncomfortable with his back to the basket.
Gavin Grant in. Trying to lob it baseline, stolen away. And a turnover for North Carolina State. Ubaka controls the dribble straight away. Picked up by Bethel. Omar Wilkes, 20 on the shot.
He likes to go one-on-one in these situations with the dribble.
Ubaka, the tip, no, by Poe. One more time, out of there. And it belongs to the Wolfpack. Grant brings it to the front court.
Simmons wants it.
Doesn't get it. Touch pass to the corner.
Hesitant.
Tipped. And taken away by Cal. Heads up play by Theo. Contact, the bucket, no foul, counted for Wilkes. That's 7 for Omar.
Turn of events here.
Quickly the other way. The shot, 1 and out. Omar everywhere. Hit the shot, comes down and pulls down the rebound. He'll want it for 3. One hop and out.
The steal right here. Good job by Wilkes protecting the basketball. Bethel did not foul him. Went straight up. Principle of verticality. And Omar Wilkes makes a very difficult shot.
It remains Cal basketball. On the inbound, they give it to Omar. Ayinde Ubaka running the point.
When you play offense close to the vest like both of these teams do, and somebody gets an 8 or 10 point lead, that is harder to come back against. When you are a spurt team, a little bit easier.
20 on the shot, right to left. They leave it out front, jump shot on the way.
That is not Poe's game.
I was just going to say, Poe way out of range at 17 to 18 feet. Low block, turn around and a jump push. Nicely done by Simmons. A dozen for Cedric.
You know why that was such an easy shot for him? He did all his work before he caught the basketball. And by that, I mean he backed Benson underneath the rim. And when he caught it, he was in the paint already. Easy when you're 6'9" and you can leap once you get the ball there.
Cal by 4 as we head to the 13-minute mark. Here in Dallas.
He's going to drive right here. He likes going right from that particular spot.
Hands it back to Ubaka, who drives in a little push off the glass. Oh, nice touch by Ayinde Ubaka. Only a second bucket. You know, he's been durable, Ubaka. He's the only Cal player to start all 33 games this year.
And he's their second leading scorer as well.
Bethel the catch. One dribble and back out. Will swing to Evtimov. Oh, nearly lost. Nicely picked up by Simmons. And I believe that's going to be on Benson. That's 2 on Rod Benson.
Indeed. NC State making a concerted effort to go inside to Simmons. Now you watch the foul. This is physical. The push first, and then when he puts it on the floor, the bump. Simmons now on the bench. Threes conspicuously absent for the Wolfpack.
Brockman has returned for the Wolfpack. Had it open, looked, but gave it up. Little shuffle of the foot, and they got him for the turnover.
The game is so quick when you get to this level. When you get an open shot from that distance, you need to shoot it. Don't bother putting it on the floor and going anywhere.
California on an 8-2 run over the last 4 minutes.
I like this Robertson kid. Only a freshman, about 240, but he can play inside and out. Pretty good ball handler also. Hit a big three in their victory over Oregon.
Poe cut down the paint and a whistle and a timeout. 11:58 to play in the second half in Dallas.
That was an awesome show.
Awesome.
Hey, would you mind?
No problem.
Me too. So, are you the bass player or the drummer?
I'm not in the band. I'm just here for the Bud Light. Whose pen?
Johnny! Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Who's Todd Schischler?
In leadership, no word is more important than trust. You can trust Chevy, the brand more Americans choose.
See why during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. Like Silverado half-ton crew cab with more interior room than Ford F-150 Super Crew. Get a 2006 Chevy Silverado half-ton crew cab LS two-wheel drive starting at $22,990 after cash back. Or get it for less during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. See your local Chevy dealer.
From buying a home is more than the number of bedrooms and bathrooms.
Can't imagine making a purchase like that without having someone you can trust.
Somebody with integrity protecting you.
Ethics are crucial.
Honesty and dependability.
I can't call myself a realtor unless I complete ethics training.
Realtors adhere to a strict code of ethics, so you know you'll be treated honestly. Ask if your agent is a realtor, a member of the National Association of Realtors.
They live and work by a code of ethics, and that was really important to me.
Once I get started, I go to town. 'Cause I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. And I don't want to live my life like everybody else. And I don't want to live my life like everybody else. And I don't want...
Greg Gumbel in New York. Things are getting really interesting in Philadelphia. Albany, with not very much respect for the top seed UConn, Jamar Wilson, little acrobatic play underneath, extends Albany's lead to 40-33 over top seeded UConn. We'll keep track. Let's get you back to Dallas.
Back in Dallas, under 12 minutes to play. North Carolina State and Cal. And the Golden Bears lead by 6 and have the basketball. Turnovers in this game, Bob, limited. Not bad, 9 apiece thus far. It's a big fella. Poe takes it down the lane and has it stripped away.
Both these teams, very good ball handling squads.
Floater. Oh, nicely done by Bitterman.
If there's a guy with the Wolfpack who can take over the game, that is he. Bitterman, their best athlete, can go one-on-one in tough situations.
Terrific hang time and kind of an awkward shot as he had to gather himself in the air. He averages 14 a game. Poe backs in the corner. The shot missed by Midgley, but Poe rebounds. He'll back it in. Hangs on a pivot, lays it up. No, the rebound off his own miss, and now a whistle.
Brown cannot guard him inside, but watch this. Tough inside play last time in a crowd led to this great play by Bennerman. Watch this floater. That is a tough shot. But Poe came back at this end. Everybody trying to guard him. He missed the first one and stayed with it. Double-double already in this game.
Brackman with his second foul. Balate watching him play. Strong.
Yes, he's got long arms. Gets to the free throw line a lot. Pretty good free throw shooter also. Simmons back to guard him, Greg.
As you mentioned, the double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. That matches his season average of 10 boards. He averages 12.7 points, and that one bounces in. So Poe with 11, and it's 41-36.
You know, you and I were talking before about the trip that Cal took to Italy. The importance of a trip like that in the summertime is when you're getting your best player back from injury like Leon Poe. Ben Braun did a very smart thing in bringing his team. You get to practice before you go. You get to play some games. Bonding experience. It worked wonders for this team.
They played 5 games in 12 days and a slap on the wrist. That will be whistled on Poe. Leon picks up his first. With NCAA March Madness on demand, you can watch live tournament games on your computer outside your viewing area, and it's free. Sign up now at ncaasports.com/MMOD.
Just to expand on that California trip, last year, Cal is 13-16, 6-12 in the Pac-10, tied for 8th. This year, 20-10, they go to the finals of the Pac-10 tournament against a very good UCLA team. Complete turnaround. Certainly Poe's is the biggest factor in that, but the trip to Italy in the summertime got him another sort of season, you know, before the season began.
Gavin Grant with one more. And Bob, just another mention. Remember, Omar Wilkes transferred from Kansas, and he too had a chance to finally get to know that Ben Braun system. So, you know what? You get it together, you hang out for a couple of weeks on the road, you play 5 ball games, and look what the results. A 20-win season, and you're trying to knock on the door to second round of the NCAA tournament. The leaner, short. The rebound belongs Simmons, and it's taken away. Ubaka, he'll push it. Now fires, long-range shot, bounces right off the rim, and it's kicked right back out to Ubaka.
Nice save by Midgley. Notice Benson at the high post. With Poe not in the game, they don't have a low post presence.
The catch, Robertson to the corner. Benson. Jumper, Midgley. Off the mark, the rebound, up high. On that top rung of the ladder is Grant. Tries to push it coast to coast, and a whistle.
That was a 3-on-3 situation. A little overdoing it by Grant there. But they are fortunate the foul occurred.
Midgley picks up his third.
At the line, serving 1-1.
Grant, 74%. St. Raymond's High School, Bronx, New York.
Rips the net. Second point of the night. You know, he broke his nose in the regular season finale against Wake.
Had 21 in that game, then had 24 against Wake in the ACC tournament. Big numbers for a guy like him. He hasn't had those numbers all year.
And big free throws. He trims the lead down to 2, 41-39, as we head to the 10-minute mark here in Dallas, Texas. These two teams seated in the Atlanta region. Cal number 7, North Carolina State number 10. And a whistle on the reach. And Gavin Grant picks up his second. Let's go to New York. Here's Greg.
Craig, take a look at what's happening in Philadelphia. Albany's Great Danes trying to spring the upset on UConn. DeVar Wilson for 3, part of a 16-5 run. And Albany is on top of UConn. We'll keep you posted. Back to you.
.9:47, clock ticking here in Dallas. We'll keep an eye on that UConn game for you. Inside, let the traffic fly by. Nicely done. As Bitterman goes in double figures, Bob with 10.
The fast break not normally a part of NC State's game. They are picking up the defensive pressure successfully.
We're
leading
tied
to
at
2 breaks.
And we're tied at 41, and a timeout whistled by Cal. We'll be back.
Nothing is more powerful than the truth, and the truth is more Americans choose Chevy than any other brand.
See why during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. Check out Chevy Cobalt LS with an EPA estimated 34 highway miles per gallon. Get a 2006 Cobalt LS Coupe with an MSRP starting at $12,990. Or get it for less during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. See your local Chevy dealer.
Some things you just can't copy. Like Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. A big, juicy whole chicken breast filet, covered with our own fiery blend of cayenne, chili peppers, and spices. For more meat and more heat. Satisfy your craving for spicy with Wendy's original spicy chicken sandwich. Don't clown around with copies. Do Wendy's. Do what tastes right.
5, 4, and the crowd goes wild.
Let's put your kids' dreams within reach. Lowe's, let's build something together.
Shop today and you could instantly win a VIP trip to the 2007 NCAA Men's Final Four or one of millions of Lowe's prize cards.
Good news. I got promoted.
Better news. I got DirecTV.
My new office has a clear view for miles.
My DirecTV has 155 crystal clear channels.
I have a $1,700 expense account.
I have over 1,700 movies every month.
I meet with the CEO every Friday.
I meet the Fockers whenever I want.
I just got an assistant.
I just got 3 months of HBO, Star, Showtime, and Cinemax for free.
Can you give me the number for DirecTV?
No.
I don't think she heard me.
Get over 155 channels for $29.99 a month. That's half the price of cable. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
NC State and Cal tied at 41 apiece. Let's check out our Southwest Airlines sideline report. And Bob, you take a look right there at Devon Harden. 4 fouls, has not been a factor. However, time to bring him back?
Well, no, I don't think so. And if they were struggling, I'd bring him back. But Rod Benson's got 13 points, 5 of 6 field goals. So his substitute playing better than he was. No need to bring him back now.
Cal had a 29-27 lead when Harden went out with his 4th foul. And now we're tied at 41. Ubaka gives it off. Long-range shot wouldn't fall for Nikola. Zubic back the other way and a block on the baseline.
Grant has given them something interesting. Last 2 games, 21 and 24 against Wake. They do not frequently fast break, but he's been a fast break by himself 2 of the last 3 possessions. Fortunate to get to the free throw line here. A little out of control. He has provided the spark that's gotten State back in this.
Gavin Grant, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Now 3 of 5 with 1 to come.
Pretty accurate from there on the season, 74%. See if he holds his follow through on this. He does. It's amazing how that works.
Legs and the follow through. First lead for the Wolfpack since 7:25 of the first half. 42-41.
The defense for State's been great. They've stopped them 5 straight times.
They're going to try to break that with big Leon Poe as he backs in. A little bump to Simmons. Ball loose and Simmons with the big paw.
That paw was above the rim by about 3 feet.
Inside, left alone, baseline is Bitterman.
And Grant with the assist. What a find he's been the last 3 games.
Look at the field goal percentage, the differential in first to second half. They're up to 70% shooting. And the Wolfpack up by 3 as we head to the 8-minute mark. Floater wouldn't go. It was dead on by Ubaka.
Oh, what a big-time rebound by Cedric Simmons. Last possession, challenges Poe effectively, then clears the boards. He's playing a great game.
5 boards to go with 12 points. Under 8 minutes to go. The winner stays alive, round 2.
Last year, NC State to the Sweet 16. Beat Charlotte, beat UConn, lost to Wisconsin.
Down to 4 on the shot clock. Bethel in traffic. Trying to whip it down inside. No shot.
Bob Donato had the call, and he was emphatic.
There's a timeout down the stretch in Dallas. The Wolfpack by 3.
Take. He's got it.
Yes! Yes! Hey, let's order a pizza. Make it a thin crust.
You got it.
So we're all tied up?
Hello? Yeah, we'd like a large thin crust pizza.
Ralph?
Exactly. And you know what? Make it the way I like it. Loaded with mozzarella and toppings.
You know I hate when you do this.
Wonderful. And another thing, make it snappy because we're starving, right, boys?
Ralph.
Chop, chop.
For fresh baked pizza today, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Hey, great pizza, Ralph. Who delivered?
That'd be me.
Nothing is more powerful than the truth, and the truth is more Americans choose Chevy than any other brand.
See why during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. Chevy Impala has more standard horsepower and better V6 fuel economy than Camry. Get a 2006 Chevy Impala LS sedan with an MSRP starting at $20,990. Or get it for less during the Chevy NCAA March Madness event. See your local Chevy dealer.
What's he doing here?
Beats me. Can I help you, sir?
I'm looking for our security.
Yes, sir. Our security is in the network, sir.
This blinky thing is our security?
The security thing is everywhere. The network is, sir.
Let me get this straight. The security is in the blinky thing, and it's in the doohickey next to the blinky thing? This is technical jargon, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Security, powered by Cisco.
There's a line we all cross in our lives. It's the line between what can I have and what do I want? We each arrive at this line in our own time. But whenever that time comes, things will change just a little bit for the better. Right down to the beer you drink. Enjoy the golden, rich flavor of Miller Genuine Draft. It's beer, grown up.
You're a CSI Miami agent, and you're trained for this. But you freeze anyway, putting lives at risk, and everybody knows it.
Where did you pull the Statue of Liberty? I didn't have a clean shot.
New CSI Miami, Monday.
Get your degree in madness at CSTV.
Greg Gumbel in New York. Let's update Albany and UConn in Philadelphia. Albany was rolling along with a 10-point lead, but all of a sudden, Marcus Williams hit a three, and then that driving layup, part of a 7-0 run, and UConn has cut the lead to 5, 50-45, 9:43 to play. Let's go back.
Remember, a 16 has never beaten a 1. We had a pairing earlier this afternoon here in Dallas. ORU, Oral Roberts, led Memphis at one point by 4. But in the end, Memphis, the 1 seed, too much for Oral Roberts.
It was too fast-paced a game. Oral Roberts, eventually Memphis wore them down with talent. Leon Poe, only 3 points in the second half. Simmons doing a great job defensively on him.
Cal down by 3.
Look at the activity in the post here. Forcing Poe to get away from his area where he likes to operate the most.
Poe takes it back out, and he'll give it back out to Robertson.
Your man, huh? Double team, get back.
Shot clock to 5, down to 4, stolen away, no, picked up. They'll have to get it away. Yes! From the corner, Omar Wilkes.
John Griffin made a shot like that for Bucknell earlier in the day.
Bethel, straight away. What an answer. Oh, my goodness. Oh, 47-44, North Carolina State.
Bethel's confidence coming back.
Boy, Papa Wilkes, who played at UCLA, has to be grinning. Back inside, tough shot, falls off the rim. It's tipped and controlled by Bethel of North Carolina State.
Action above the rim. He wants to go over his left shoulder.
Simmons, straight away, is Grant between his legs, back to Simmons. Vincent picks him up, and he fell asleep baseline as Evtomov hits his first bucket of the half.
Back door. When your man jumps in the passing lane, cut to the basket. Why is it effective? There's no one standing in the low post.
Wilkes to Ibaka. Pops inside. Oh, is knocked to the ground, and a whistle.
Well, a circus shot by Omar Wilkes. Look at the left-hand side. He catches it in the air and lets it go. That's not one you practice, my friend.
One of those shots you call when you're playing horse with your buddies outside. Under 6 minutes to play. Been a good fight all night long between NC State and Cal. Loose ball picked up. Here comes the Wolfpack.
That was a great tee by Evtimov on Poe.
Bethel runs it out of the pack. And resets with 5:22 to play.
You see the Pack's confidence growing as the game goes on. When you lose 4 straight, sometimes you begin to question yourself.
Simmons draws a double team. Hangs on a pivot. Kicks outside. Grant, too strong. And a rebound to Ubaka. To the corner. Swatted from behind. Benson was wide open. And it rolls out and a foul down on the baseline.
You talk about hustle at both ends of the floor. Watch this block. Grant comes from behind, wasn't his man, and leads to the Betterman getting to the free throw line. Great intensity in this game. Guys are feeling a little fatigue right now. Notice the hands on the knees by Betterman.
Bob, everybody's pulling up the shorts, tucking in the shirt. Bennerman's first free throw tonight.
86% from the line for the year.
Eyes it and hits.
Free throw shooting is routine. Do the same thing every time.
He's third in the ACC. As you mentioned, 86%.
One of the best guys in the country in that league. Reddick.
One bounce for Bennerman. Shoots it up. Rolls off the iron and is rebounded by Poe. 50-44.
NC State has gotten back in this game without the use of three-point shooting. It's been all pressure D at this end. Block shots taking Poe out of the game by Simmons.
Wilkes draws a double team and another tip, nearly a steal.
Grant's anticipation on D has been superlative.
Ubaka to the corner. Jumper. Robertson. Yes! Theo. First bucket. A big one from the corner. And it's a 3-ball.
Freshman. Pressure situation. Grant has to guard against trying to do too much. Doing a good job of it.
Simmons. Evtimov nearly lost it.
Evtimov does not want the three. Foot's bothering him, gets no lift. He's a passer and a cutter.
At Seward. Long range three off the mark with 5 on the shot. And the rebound goes to Wilkes. He'll hand it off to his running mate, Ubaka. Under 4 to play. Ubaka inside. Oh! And a foul. Free throws coming for Poe. Rough and rugged in Dallas, and we'll be back.
Introducing the Chevy HHR. An American Revolution.
Just sit right back and grab some tails, the tails of some tasty shrimp. Sensations now at Applebee's are really worth the trip. Sauteed, crisp fried, fire grilled, served on a handy skewer. So many shrimp you'll want to plan a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. So join us here this week, my friend. It's time for eating good. Shrimp sensations new at Applebee's in your neighborhood.
Between my 2 phone bills, it's probably about $60 a month.
About $150.
Probably $100 a month.
With Vonage, you get unlimited calls to anywhere in the U.S. and Canada, and all the cool features you could ever want are included. And it's just $24.99 a month.
Call 1-800-399-1355 and get your first month free.
This offer is also available online and at these fine retailers.
Vonage, leading the internet phone revolution.
As a growing business, you don't always get the attention you really need. That's where the principal can help. From banking to health plans to retirement solutions, we have lots of ways to help a not-so-big business rise above the crowd. The Principal Financial Group. We'll give you an edge.
Fancy Beach House works with a lot of women, doesn't it?
Honestly, it's like a G-spot with 2 mortgages.
I am not getting one of those Brazilian waxes. I did that once. It was like a hair arrow pointing to my C-section.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Where's my underwear?
The New Adventures of Old Christine. After 2.5 Men, CBS Monday.
Down the stretch in Dallas, NC State down by 4 at the half. Now have a 3-point lead on Cal. And how about the second half field goal percentage at 64%?
You're going to win a lot of games shooting 64%, and absent conspicuously the 3-point shooting of NC State. Normally 9 a game, only 4 in this one. So Herb Sendek adjusting to the fact that his players not shooting well from 3-point range in the last 4 games, going inside more, using the fast break more. And you got to say a lot about Simmons guarding Poe. Poe only 3 points in the second half.
5 of 13 shooting in this game. Front of the iron.
1 for 4.
You see his numbers on the season. He flirts with 21 and nearly 10 below that.
Credit Cedric Simmons challenging him, playing tough before he gets the ball, and using his shot blocking prowess. Challenging shots.
2-point ball game. Wolfpack with the basketball and the lead.
At the end of the shot clock, look for Bennerman to use the dribble drive.
Bethel looks to Simmons out front. Now they low block him. Guarded by Benson. Big fella turns. Little jump push shot. In and out.
Quality shot, though.
Simmons will take that any day.
Exactly. You got to reward him with some offensive touches for all the work he's doing at this end.
Bethel hounding Ubaka defensively. Around the screen by Benson. Now Poe.
Ubaka has the ability to penetrate past anyone.
3 minutes left in a reach-in. I'd say Poe has a way of drawing a crowd.
He sure as heck does. Poe between the legs. This is not his thing, but doing a good job here. Atsur grabs him.
And the first whistle on Engin Atsur from Istanbul, Turkey.
Leon has not been accurate from the free throw line in this one.
2 of 5 tonight from the free throw line. Big shot.
They needed that badly. Midgley and his teammates looking on.
One more can tie it. 2:57 left. We're tied at 50. Poe with 14. Benson has 13 for Cal. Bennerman has 13 for North Carolina State. Simmons is in 12.
All the top players in the game, other than Devon Harden. Benson playing well in his stead. Atsur, not a factor tonight offensively.
Bennerman will bring it straight away. Now they go to the wing.
Grant is not in the game, and he's been the spark.
Shot clock to 5, down to 4. Floater, fall away. Oh, big shot by Bennerman. 15 for the senior.
Oh, my goodness. He's the guy at the end of the shot clock, as I said, and he did it there.
He was fading right.
He was fading into the bleachers.
52-50. Wilkes tries to answer. Rebound belongs to the Wolfpack. Eftimov covered up off the miss.
Got to get a quality shot here.
Under 2 minutes to go in Dallas. 52-50. North Carolina State trying to shake off a 4-game losing streak to end the regular season.
If Cal chases him, look for the back door.
Atsur straight away is Simmons. Eftimov. No. Loose ball, Wilkes. And Ubaka will run it across midcourt, and a timeout call. Ben Braun wants to talk it over with 1:33 to play. NC State by 2 in Dallas. We'll be back.
Just sit right back and grab some tails, the tails of some tasty shrimp. Sensations now at Applebee's are really worth the trip. Sauteed, crisp fried, fire grilled, served on a handy skewer. So many shrimp you'll want to plan a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. So join us here this week, my friend. It's time for eating good. Shrimp sensations new at Applebee's in your neighborhood.
Bobby, take a look around the tournament thus far. The Pac-10 3-0 in the tournament. Power conferences are 16-7, and the Missouri Valley Conference 1-2 in the tournament. All those games against the Big East.
Well, it's been a tournament of surprises, as it always is, and drama, as it always is. Here's the reset. Team fouls 8 and 10, of course. On 10, you shoot 2. Plenty of timeouts left for both teams. Cal, 2 double overtime games this year. Arizona State lost. Oregon won. They played an overtime game with UCLA at home and lost. Keep in mind, these two teams in 2003 played an overtime game in which Cal won 76-74. History repeating itself? We'll see.
North Carolina State and California. Both have owned national championships. Cal won it back in '59, and 2 are owned by the Wolfpack. Of course, the most famous would be Jimmy V's run in '83 around the court, looking for someone to hug.
Well, right here, guess who's going to get a look? Number 44. Also, in clutch situations, Ubaka, if you can't make the pass, is a very good option to take it off the dribble into the paint.
Wilkes on the wing.
Look at the defensive Simmons on Poe.
Poe backs it in, he'll kick it out. Ubaka jumps it up and good. Oh, we're tied at 52.
They're going to review that to see if it was a 3. Ubaka's the guy. It's hard to get the ball to Poe because he's a post player. He can be fronted and he can be played behind. So in clutch situations, hard to make an entry pass. So Ubaka right here, the dribble penetration.
I believe the right foot, he toed up on the line.
Hard to tell for me. I'm glad I'm not wearing a striped shirt.
From that angle, Bob, though, don't you see the black shoe just touching the white line?
Well, what happens is they called it a 2. And when you call it a 2, you have to have evidence that's irrefutable, if we can say that, to change the call on the floor. Right here, Grant is in the way. The right foot might be.
And they keep it at 2, and we're tied at 52. Buckle up. 1:06 to play. It's tourney time in Dallas. You gotta love it.
America's brand salutes college basketball's best. The all-new 2007 Chevy Tahoe.
1:06 left in Dallas, 52 apiece. North Carolina State and California. The 10th seed against number 7 in the Atlanta region.
Doesn't get much better than this. NC State has played 3 double overtime games already this year.
Under a minute to go. Every possession so important now as Bitterman. In Dallas, under a minute to play. North Carolina State and Cal, 52 apiece. Hard drive, no. Bitterman out of bounds with 13 on the shot clock.
Both teams have played intensely and extremely well in the second half.
Timeout on the floor in Dallas, and we'll come back after this. Turn the clock back, 2003, Oklahoma City.
NC State and Cal, these two teams. Richard Midgley, top of the key, 3.9 seconds to go, and Cal wins it, 76-74 at the Ford Center, Oklahoma City.
Well, we'll have a good night in Dallas, 52 apiece with 40 ticks left. Wolfpack with the basketball. Here we go. Bethel feeds Bitterman. He'll launch it up and hits! It's a three! 18 for Cameron Bitterman.
The senior stepping up big time. Stoic approach. He knocks this one in from very, very deep.
In that huddle is Cameron Bitterman. Bob, 8 of 12 in this game, 18 points, and he scored 12 of those 18 in the second half. And how about the big three? We talked about the Wolfpack, who attempt 24 three-pointers each and every time they hit the floor. They average 9 made, and they've been, well, let's just say, holding on from behind the arc until just then as Bitterman hit.
Well, it was a great pump fake. They chased after him, put the ball on the floor once, got his balance, and knocked it in. What you would expect from the star player. Watch this pump fake. Gets him off his feet. Now he's got a clean look. Nothing but bottom. Cameron Bitterman, happy for him. 6'4" from Greensboro Grimsley and Hargrave Military Academy. Senior here. He played in that game where Midgley made the shot. Those are the only 2 players on either team who played in that game in Oklahoma City in '03.
Bob, we look ahead to Cal, down by 3. They have hit 5 of 14. Wilkes is 2 of 3. Midgley 1 of 5. Robertson 1 of 2.
Well, they don't have to go for a 3 right here necessarily. Frequently, players do not want to foul here. You can get a quick 2 and then press.
Shot clock has been turned off. Ubaka between his legs. Vincent. Back to Ubaka. 18 left. He'll fire. A 3. Not this time. Ricochets off the window. And the rebound belongs to Gavin Grant.
Well, obviously, Cal was going for the 3. NC State fans happy right here. This is just a throw right here. He made one from that side, but not challenged like this. Does not even draw iron. Game not over yet.
So 2 for Grant, who's a 74% free throw shooter. And on the night, he's made 4 of his first 6. Smooth and cool and calm.
Happy faces in Raleigh. Richard Midgley going to come in because he's a 3-point shooter, going with a lot of guards right now in the game. Robertson, Wilkes, Midgley, and Ubaka Poe's the only post player in the game.
1 more for Grant. All of his points scored from the free throw line. 6 of 7. 14 seconds to play. 5-point lead for North Carolina State. They need points in a hurry. Here's Cal, but they strip it away.
Great hustle by Atcher to keep the play alive. Gets it to Evtimov, and we've got some happy Wolfpacks. Herb Sendak is going to be 4-1 in first-round games. Look at his hustle. And the foul necessary. Fast hands by Bitterman created that situation.